Hey everybody, it's me, Robin, and Kevin here with you once again on this not quite a sunny Wednesday, but it's still pretty
It's
nice
warm
out
out there. It's warm out there. It's got me thinking barbecue. I'm smelling the neighborhood's smelling pretty barbecuey lately. I know
All I
last
did this
night-
week was barbecue, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's good. I like this return to some green trees and some warmer weather. It makes all this staying inside or staying isolated a little easier to take.
Yeah, sitting out on the patio with a little glass of wine, hanging out in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Much nicer.
It makes me miss patios less. I feel like that's the thing I miss the most is like sitting out on a patio and I don't know, killing some nachos or chicken wings and
We'll
some
get
cold
there.
beers. That's what I'm missing. Although I don't have the little kids at home. You do. How's that going?
I do. It's interesting trying to keep them busy. I've had a little extra wine than I initially maybe
I
should
don't know.
have, but
It is bad to say. I don't know how parents with little kids do it without wine. If you're used to the kids going out to preschool or grade 1 or something, and suddenly they're home all day, it's a lot of energy to deal with in a day.
there's been a lot of sidewalk chalk decorating
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
those
you gotta
kind
be
of
good.
things.
You gotta be good. I don't know how you do it, but hats off to all the parents at home with little kids making it work, because that's gotta be tricky.
It's a good little segue though, because we're going to start talking about Mother's Day, which is right around the corner, and
That's
Mom's
right.
been working extra hard these
I think
days.
moms deserve something special this year, a little more than other years even maybe. So what'd you come up with?
So we came up with a little gift pack that we can send and wrap to you just as it looks
Nice.
here.
Comes like this,
so
eh?
it comes with little
Nice work.
ribbons, some
Look at that.
tissue,
That's pretty.
3 bottles of wine for Mom.
My mom would love that. She'd
I'd
be
love
real
that.
happy. She likes her rosé. She likes sparkling. It's like you got my mom's needs all met there. She
I
likes
think
all those
so.
things.
So yeah, the rosé, little Southern French gin, it's organic as well.
Yep.
Prosecco, because you have to start off Mother's Day with a little bubbly in
Yeah.
the morning, I'd say.
Put some juice in there if you want to. Why not?
Mimosas.
Sure.
And then, because sometimes as a mom, you just want a glass of wine in an evening and you don't need to open the whole bottle. So I've included the Claude Roulette. It's actually one of my favorite wines that we have in the shop.
That's a great one.
So a little half-size bottle of that as well.
Cool.
And
Wow.
$49.95. It's regular $61 if we were doing that, and then we'll
Ooh.
deliver.
And you're gonna put a nice little note in there.
We can.
So when people order online, you can put a little note with your order, and we'll handwrite those and send them out to your mom and make your mom happy.
You got
Because
it.
if you're in one of those situations where you can't go visit your mom, that's kind of hard. So you gotta send her something nice. You guys did a great job. Nice work. And we're
Thank you.
mixing up the packs a little bit now.
We did. So
these super popular Survivor packs. Get
they
something
seem to
new.
be going really well. Takes a
Yeah.
little bit of the pressure out of having to shop online if you don't really know what you're looking for, picking up one of the 6-pack options. So the Survivor Reds, the 6 red wines that we've had online for $99, there's a whole new mix of red wines that are online now. And then our staff pack. So we all picked out some new wines, our favorite barbecue wines, patio wines. And this would be regular $150 in the shop, and we're selling it for $120. That's
Nice
a free
deal.
bottle of wine.
Yeah, everyone likes free wine, and you really do have some of the staff faves in there. That's
really
like
do.
in every staff favorite pack.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Lafon. So what do we got? What have you done here?
La Fontevelle, as you mentioned, always been a staff favorite. Southern Italian wine we've got from Shooting Star, so if you want something Californian, a little bit lighter, juicier.
Always
And
good
then the
deal.
La Côte, the Chateau Lanicque, that's a
I
cool
love that
little wine.
Yeah, that's a great wine.
Spanish and barbecue, those seem to go really well together.
Yep.
And same as the Katanga for a little kind of like fresh, crisp patio style white wine. So
Perfect. I'd be happy with that.
I'm always happy
Send
with
one of
that.
those over to my house. I'm good. All
But
right.
you've got one of my favorite wines to talk about.
Yeah, so a lot of what's going on in the shop right now are these survival packs and little things we're putting together, but we're also getting in, some of the cool stuff that we get year round. That's not stopping. This week we had one of my favorites from Tuscany, La Fiorita. So these guys are based in the town of Montalcino, and you'll know them maybe better for Brunello di Montalcino. This is one of the most famous wines, maybe along with Barolo from Italy. So Brunello is amazing wine. It's really one of Italy's most celebrated. It also happens to be one of their most expensive. So we're not going to talk too much about these guys today because they do run up in the 100+ range. But if you are a Brunello lover, feel free to give us a shout and we can talk you through those new guys. But I did want to talk a little bit about the Rosso di Montalcino. So a little difference between Rosso with these guys, you got a minimum 5-year wait before you can release it. So a couple years in cask, and then You got to hang on to them for another 3 years in the bottle before they come out. There's obviously, these are coming from the best vineyards in Montalcino, and they're really wines that typically, even at 5 years old, are going to need a little more time. This is a 2013. Fiorita ages their wines a little bit longer than they have to, so already 7 years old, but this guy needs another, 5, 8 years to think about things in your basement before you really want to pop him open. So Fiorita decided, because their wines do need a lot of time, that they should have something that's a little more drinkable, a little more approachable. So like many producers in Montalcino, they released a Rosso. So with Rosso, you can use the same grapes. You're typically going to select grapes from the property that are going to be less tannic and more drinkable. So you're going to pick, maybe not from your very best sites, but still, it's Montalcino, the sites are all pretty good. And then only 10 months of aging necessary on this one. So you're not getting all the tannin that you do with the Brunello. You're getting something that's juicier, softer, but still like quintessential Montalcino. And it still has that nice kind of sour cherry thing that I love. It has that really cool spicy note.
Yeah,
Just
they're
doesn't
almost
dry
a
your
little
mouth out.
more savory than
Yeah.
refrigerated.
It's kind of like Chianti, but it's like bigger and spicier and a little heavier and a little more, I don't know, profound. It's a big word, but I think there's a little more pedigree in these wines maybe than your average everyday Chianti. But that's a great one if you're just, you're ordering in some pizza, or you're making up a little pasta, bolognese, something along those lines. What's this one go for?
$44.95.
So it's still not cheap seats, but I think you're getting a lot of good juice in there for the money. So if you want to treat yourself to something a little nicer and something that you can, pop and pour, it's a good choice. That's what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to save my shekels and pop
Take a
one of
little
those,
Rosso
and
home.
maybe a little barbecued, maybe a little Tuscan style steak or some sausages or something from Gordon Sofrito. That's where I typically.
Right? I always end up at Gord's place.
He gets me, man, on those Instagrams. His food always looks so good.
Came out with a braised
Brisket
stuffed-
sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Crazy good. Yeah. So, whatever you're cooking, I think that would be a good choice. And then if you're looking for gifts for your mom, these will obviously be going, we got a couple weeks till Mother's Day still.
Yeah, not this coming Sunday, the one after, but
Okay.
these are online and ready for purchase now if you want to get ahead of the game and plan a little bit beforehand.
And we'll deliver them kind of closer to Mother's Day, so, it won't be going out this week, but
Yeah,
next
if you
week.
do order this week and you want it to go out next week, just make a little comment in that note or send us an email and we'll do everything we can to help you out.
We'll take care of the mom. All right. Anything else?
That's about it. Hop
Nope.
online, check out these.
No events to talk about.
No events to talk about.
As soon as we schedule some, we have talked a little bit about a virtual wine tasting.
We have.
So I think we're maybe next
it's in the
week
works.
we're going to talk a little bit about that. So a virtual wine tasting pack that you can buy, and then we'll taste alongside with you. So we're just coming up with the details on that one, but look for that next week. All right.
Have a good week.
Enjoy the weekend.